Can you all hear me fine?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Alright guys, we're gonna start in a cross-legged position for just a very short meditation. So just sit up nice and comfortable. Please go on mute if you haven't done so already. And just rest your hands on your thighs and just close your eyes. Lengthen your back. Draw the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Nice long straight neck. And start to draw your awareness towards your breath. Just feel the contact between your sitting bone and the mat. Feel present. Just start to notice the rising and falling of your chest, maybe your belly. Notice how your mind is feeling this morning. Is it calm? Is it restless? Just observe, don't judge. For today's practice, we want to use our ujjayi breath. So this is a breath with a light constriction at the back of the throat. So it's like you're trying to fog a window. On the inhales and the exhales. And this will help just create some space in your lungs and help you flow more fluidly in the practice. So start to activate your ujjayi breath, and when you're ready, just gently open up your eyes. I'm going to start on our backs today. So we're going to stretch our legs. So just lay on your back and extend your left legs out. Keep your foot flexed and draw your right knee in and just start to make easy circles with your foot. And the other way around. And maybe you want to lift your leg up and just give yourself a nice stretch. Hands can be on the thigh, back of the thigh, or maybe shin, wherever is possible. Just make sure your legs are nice and active and your feet are flexed. And release slowly. I'm going to do the other side now, bringing your left knee in for the circles. And the other way around. And just extending the leg up. Maybe knee can be bent as well. This morning, start slow. You might want to bring your leg closer to you on the exhales as well. And release. We're going to move onto our hands and knees now. Just rise up slowly. And we're going to meet in table position. So wrists in line with the shoulders and knees in line with the hips here. We're going to start with some cat-cow. So just plant your fingers in nice and wide into the mat. And on the inhales, lift your chest and your tailbone up. And on the exhale, draw your belly, tuck your chin in into cat pose. Inhale, lifting up. exhale, drawing the navel in. Just keep going at your own pace here. You can move around, maybe swirl your hips. And just soften your neck, just let it hang. You might want to go all the way down to your heels. Just take a child's pose, extending your arms in front. And when you're ready, the nice active fingers in the mat, tuck your toes in and rise up into downward facing dog. You can start slow for this one, keeping the knees bent. You want to push the mat away with your hands and just open up those shoulders. Just walk your dog. Pushing your heels in one after the other and just lengthen the back. Send those hips up. Make sure your neck is also nice and loose. And slowly start to walk towards the front of the mat. Keeping your feet hips width apart. You can grab your elbows and just sway in ragdoll position, drawing the crown of your head towards the mat. And when you're ready, slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, start to rise up. Head comes up last. And we meet in Tadasana. It's our mountain pose. So we want to start with grounding the four corners of our feet into the mat. Big toes can touch and heels can be slightly apart. And you want to activate your core here and just feel grounded. Active legs, active core, and just relax your shoulders. We're going to start with some sun salutations. So inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, fold forward from your hips. Maybe knees can be bent here for the first one. Into Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, flat neck. And exhale, plant your hands by your feet and step into plank pose. You might want to bring your knees down for the first one, but you want to make sure that your wrists are in line with your shoulders and that your legs are nice and active to balance the weight, to make a nice straight line from your feet to the crown of the head. And slowly, with your elbows hugging in, lowering down all the way onto your bellies. So keep your feet together, and we're going to do some cobras here. So inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, lower it down. Again, inhale, lift your chest up. Use those back muscles here. Send the tailbone towards your heels. And release. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes and rise up into downward facing dog. And inhale, step or jump towards the front of the mat. Feet together. Halfway lift on the inhale. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. And inhale, rise up, long flat back. And exhale, palms together in mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up. I'm going to sit into our chair pose. So you want to keep your knees together, feet nice and grounded, and just sit. Sit as deep as you can, and keep your hands in front. Nice and active here. Use your core muscles. Inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Crown of the head pointing down. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, step back into plank. Inhale, roll on the balls of your feet, and exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Elbows hugging in. Inhale, baby cobra, or you can take an upward facing dog, where you're pushing the tops of your feet, the mat away, and widening the shoulders here. And exhale, downward facing dog again. We're going to work on our core today. So inhale, lift your right leg up and bring your knee towards your chest. Again, inhale, right leg up, and exhale, knee to chest. Last time, slow and controlled. Right leg up, and step your right foot between your hands and rise up in warrior one. You want to plant your back foot 45 degrees and rise up straight facing the front of the mat. Make sure you have a nice 90-degree angle in the front, heel in line with the knee, and just hold. Make sure you're pressing into the outer edge of your back foot here, and just lengthen your back. Last breath. And release, plant your hands by your foot and step back into plank pose, lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Lift your left leg up and draw your knee into your chest. Again, left leg lifts. And bring the left knee in and just keep pushing the mat away. Nice active fingers into the mat. And step your left foot between your hands and rise up into Virabhadrasana 1. Option 2, maybe place your foot a bit outside for more balance. And just hold here. Keep your core engaged. Keep lifting your hands up. And take a deep inhale. And exhale, plant your hands back. And down. Back into plank pose, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And just take a moment here to rest. Maybe you can bring your knees down and just take a child's pose. Hands could be in front or also by your side, whatever feels better. If your hands are in front, it might be nice to press your palms into the mat to get a deeper stretch in your upper back and your neck. And release. Meet back in table. So I'm going to give you a few options here. I'm going to do some dolphin planks. So you can also do this in just normal plank. So just bring your forearms down. You want to keep your arms in line with each other with your shoulders. And slowly tuck your toes in and walk back into plank. Again, you can do this in normal plank or bring the knees down. And just hold. Make a nice long straight line from your heels towards your head. Look down. Keep those abs engaged. Make sure your hips don't drop low. Hold it and release. Maybe go back into child's pose. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time, guys. We can do this. So plant your forearms down and step back into dolphin, looking down. Keep widening in your collarbone and draw your shoulder blades back. Use your Ujjayi breath. Last 2 breaths. And release. Knees go down. Take a child's pose. Maybe sway your hips from side to side. Just relax. Alright, so we're gonna move over now and just rest all the way on our bellies into locust pose, Shalabhasana. So now bring your arms by your side and palms facing down, legs together. We're gonna lift our chest and legs together. Option to also keep your legs down. So inhale, lift your chest and legs. Keep your palms facing down. You wanna look down and lengthen your neck. You don't wanna crunch your neck and look up. And just hold. Nice back opener here. release. Cheek can go into the mat. So, option to repeat the same one, or you can clasp your hands behind your back and for a deeper shoulder stretch. And the same thing. So inhale, lift your chest and legs up, keeping your neck long. And just breathe. Feel the contact. You want to balance on your pelvic bone here. And release. Maybe place the other cheek into the mat. And just sway from side to side. And then place your hands by your chest and slowly rise up into upward facing dog, opening up the shoulders. Look up. And exhale. You know, move onto our backs. We do some bridge poses. So lay all the way onto back. Bend your knees. You want to make sure that you can feel the heels with your middle finger. That's the kind of distance that you want to keep. Knees in line with the hips. You don't want to have your legs wider. And on the inhale, slowly lift your hips up. And you can also clasp your hands behind your back and draw your shoulder blades in. And hold. Make sure your neck is not crunched, so you don't want to keep pulling your chin into your chest. Keep some space. And an option to also extend your right leg in front. And release. Left leg. And release. You can put your feet together, flop them open, and just relax. Place your left hand on your belly and your right hand on your heart. And just feel your breath. Just be present and notice how your mind is feeling. We're going to do this again. So, hands touching the heels and lift up. Keep lifting towards the ceiling. Want to push the mat away from you using your feet. Just make sure your knees are parallel and pointing forward. And release. Again, resting, flopping open your legs. Just take a moment here to pause. And release. Just bring your knees in together and give yourself a big, big hug. Just sway from side to side. And then you shift your hips towards the left and drop your knees towards the right into supine twist. Arms could be out on your side. And if your neck allows, you can look in the opposite direction of your legs. So you can look over your left shoulder. And release. Bring your knees back to the center and shift your hips to the right. And just dropping your knees, nice and easy. And bring your knees back in. Place your hands behind your thighs and gently start rocking back and forth on your back. Just do this a few times. Give yourself a massage and just sit on your buttocks. So make sure to remove any excess flesh there might be. And just extend your legs. Knees can be bent here also. And keep your feet nice and flexed. Inhale, lift your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. You can either hold your feet or just place your hands by your side. Whatever is good. Just make sure that your feet are nice and active. Drawing the crown of your head towards your feet. And release slowly. You want to bring your right knee in and open it up. Place your foot into your left inner thigh. You're going to move into Janu Shirsasana. So lift your arms up and exhale, fold forward as deep as you can. Keeping both feet flexed here. It's a nice hamstring stretch and also a hip opener. And rise up slowly. You can use your hand to bring your right knee in and extend again. You're going to do the other side. Bring your knee in and plant your foot inside. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, fold forward, a nice long straight back. If you have a block, it is an option to also place it on your foot, your bent knee to support. And release. Bring your knee back inside. I'm going to sit in staff pose for a few more breaths. So just place your hands by your hips and just lengthen the back, lengthen the neck. And just hold, tucking the chin slightly in. And release. Relate all the way onto your backs. I'm going to move into another hip opener. So bend your left knee 90 degrees and you want to hook your ankle into your thigh and just open up into a figure four. And you want to place your hands between your legs and hold your shin here. I don't know if you can see, but so just like this, and just make sure your feet are flexed. You want to keep sending that right knee towards the front. Just open up that hip. And release. You can do the other side. Hook the left ankle on the thigh. Thread the needle. Keep the feet flexed. And release. And so I'm going to give you a few options here. You can either just lift your legs up with your feet flexed and just hold. If you have a block, also nice to place it on your lower back. Or you can move into a shoulder stand. So if you want to try the shoulder stand, you want to bend your knees and kind of roll onto your shoulders here. So, and you want to support your lower back until you feel like you have a comfortable position. Align your hips with your shoulders, and when you're ready, slowly lift your legs up and point your toes like you're wearing heels. This is very good for blood circulation. And if you're feeling really, really adventurous today, you can also bring your legs behind your back, behind your head, and clasp your hands together. Just make sure you don't move your neck here. And release. Bring your knees back in, and slowly roll back, vertebrae by vertebrae, onto your backs. Just take a moment here to pause. And then take any stretch that feels good for you today. Maybe just bringing your knees together, rocking from side to side, or you can move into happy baby, open the legs and grab the outer edges of your feet. Just rock from side to side. And slowly release your legs. Just flop them open, wider than your hips, and your arms too. We're going to move into our final resting pose, Shavasana. So release your Ujjayi breath. Maybe also tuck in the chin slightly to keep that neck stretched. And just relax. Just observe your breath here, Shavasana. Let your body melt into the mat. Relax every muscle. Slowly start to notice the sounds around you. Bring your awareness to your body. Start to maybe move your fingers and your toes. Take a nice long stretch. Maybe bring your arms above your head. And bring your knees close to your chest and roll over to your right side. And just pause here for a moment. Just thank yourselves for being here this morning. Thank your bodies for what they allowed you to do. And with your left palm, slowly press yourself up with your eyes still closed. Bring your knees in a cross-legged position. And bring your palms together. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a very nice day. Namaste. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody. So, all